Hello, hello, hello. It has been a little bit of a while since I last did anything on YouTube. Not as long as some of my previous times, but definitely not what I would have preferred in terms of seeing a bit of a break in between my last video and this one. I'm still kind of moving around over here on the side really quick. Just give me a little bit of a minute here. But what I wanted to do is take a bit of time to kind of digest a little bit of the 4.2 special program that we saw earlier today, because holy moly, was that just like actually crazy. I don't even know what to say about it. So, this entire stream is going to be relatively unscripted. Obviously, I'm just kind of thinking and talking about what I did see while I was watching it myself this morning. But let me see here if I can kind of get things figured out. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Let's go ahead and fix things up real quick. And there we are. Oh my gosh, it has been way too long since I have loaded up Genshin on my PC in particular, and my goodness, the SSD on the PlayStation has spoiled me with the load times. So I'm gonna have to try and figure out, or not figure out, but get used to just a lot of the longer loading times with this. So let's just let me just quickly kind of figure out what's going on with some of the things here. I'm hoping that everything on the audio end is good so far. But I'll keep things kind of going slow here at the beginning, just because I actually haven't loaded up Genshin really at all today yet. So we still have to do a lot of the general housekeeping that comes with this. So let me see. I haven't done the commissions. I have not done the resin really. So let's see. I guess we'll go ahead and start off with simple stuff really quick. It's just been a minute since I've done anything for YouTube, which I guess I should kind of like just quickly explain some of that at the top here. So originally when I previously made the Modern Warfare 3 video after the beta had concluded, I had full intentions to create another YouTube video afterwards talking a little bit more about some of the stuff that was relevant at the time. I think it was Nubilet's Story Quest, and then me kind of getting ready to also talk a little bit about the Risley Story Quest, I think, was also coming up as well. And ultimately, what ended up coming after that was I was just unable to kind of really get some time set up to where I could actually,
I swear by my sword,
sit down and record a lot of that. So
no escape. Go, Barret Bunny.
couldn't get a video out that I wanted to make concerning those things, not one that I would have been proud of anyway. So that's ultimately why I went ahead and halted on making any sort of video after that as well. I'm just kind of noticing, looking over on the side here. I hope things are kind of going well on the stream side of things. This was a very impromptu stream for me, as I'm sure you guys can probably tell for a second here really quick, but a lot of my things over here are still kind of set up for the Twitch side of things, which I will say ultimately I decided to just do YouTube for today because I wanted to at least get something up on the channel again. Something that theoretically would take a little bit less time, a little bit less effort, just because I don't have a lot of time to be putting in and just making a video, as simple as my videos have been for the past little while. But, God, man, I'm like really kind of fumbling on just kind of the commentary side of things, just because I haven't done this in a while. But I hope you guys don't mind when this ultimately ends up just being a bit of an archive stream on the YouTube side of things. I'm gonna kind of try and keep things relatively easygoing with the flow, because the way that I recorded my videos in the past for the past few months has given me the liberty to be able to just kind of easily kind of think and articulate my words a lot better than any sort of live format would have. So that's on the YouTube side of things. Just generally, I guess why videos kind of ended up slowing down is I just genuinely did not have enough time or energy as of late to put into the video making process, and time has just been getting away from me, man. Like, it's been tough, but I went ahead and made some time specifically today for the special program to come in and talk about a lot of the things that are going on with it, because that was just such a crazy and absolutely insane trailer. Just the trailer itself for the special program and the new version that is coming out on Wednesday, which I guess that's a bit of a blessing in disguise. The fact that the special program trailer did get delayed a week, but it doesn't seem like that delayed their rollout of the patch itself. So now we only have to wait 5 days instead of, on average, 12 to 15 days for a new patch to come out, which ultimately I think that just makes the little break in between new patches even more agonizing in a way. But I know that once the weekend kind of passes, that things will ultimately go so fast from Monday into Wednesday night, and hopefully I'll be able to get a video just doing a lot of my pulls for Furina right away. Because same for what I did on my Kokomi video a few months ago, I am planning to just dump everything into that banner to get a hold of at least one Furina. And I think on top of that, I want to try and see 6 Charlotte. It should be relatively easy, considering the fact that she is right boosted up on her banner, and I have quite a lot of primos on hand to get just Furina in general. I don't know if I have enough for a guarantee, 100% guarantee, because since I did pull for Nouvellette, that does put me back on a 50-50, number one. And number two, I haven't wished on the banners since Nouvellette's debut, which has been close to an entire patch ago at this point, give or take a couple days. So let's just take a quick peek at the wish screen. So I have 10 wishes in reserve, a little over 15,000. Over the next few days, I could possibly get up to maybe 17 or 18,000 with the downtime pity primos for that. And I still need to actually kind of go in and to also do the redemption primos from the stream, the live stream that they did. I have not done that yet, so I need to make sure that I get it this time, because I don't think I got it for 4.1, which is unfortunate. Lost out on, I think, 300 primos for that. Before I forget, let me go ahead and quickly reset my expeditions. This is something that I'm also having to try and keep myself on top of as my days have gotten more chaotic. Is I'm trying to stay on top of a lot of the things that are time gated, like my resident, like my expeditions. So it's just been tough on the personal end over here, but I'm not trying to use that as an excuse. I'm just saying that to kind of let you all know what's going on with me. So let's see. I did move all of my expeditions to mostly the crystal chunk side of things, so I can just continuously get the necessary. Where the heck is? No. So I can continuously get the continue making. Geez, I can't speak. The mystic enhancement ore for weapons. Which, speaking of weapons, I have no idea if I'm going to pull for Furina's weapon. I think it's going to be entirely dependent on the fact if I can get Charlotte C6 or not, as well as just getting Furina in general. I haven't done the math, but you guys clearly saw that I have a little over 15,000 primos, which, with the ones that I have saved in reserve right now, is a little over 100. And with all of that wishing, I should be able to buy out the free shop ones as well. Yeah, in the Stardust exchange, I haven't gotten these. I have no Stardust to speak of. Also, the Star Glitter stuff reset. So what do we got here? Black Cliff set and Lisa. I don't need any of these, but I could, in theory, use the Star Glitter to get more as well. Excuse me, that's gonna be awesome. So yeah, 96, waiting on there, and I think I hopefully should be in relatively good standing to get Furina. I'm damn near hoping that like she's practically guaranteed at this point in practicality. Maybe not with the direct wish, maybe not with the direct wish count, but hopefully with just the ability that I can hold on to all of the extra Stardust and Star Glitter. That comes with all of the wishing that I'll be doing beforehand. Mizu, good to see ya. Welcome into the stream. But with all that being said, is there anything else that I kind of want to touch on before we start looking at all of the 4.2 stuff? I'm not sure. I think we talked about Neuvillette, what's been going on with me. A little bit about just kind of the stuff that I'm tending to right now. Ooh, when it comes to Furina as well, I also went ahead and I did a little bit of pre-farming for her. Where did that go? Is it just my ping? Where did it go? Oh, it was my ping. But I did a little bit of pre-farming for her. I don't know if... Where's Neuvillette? I don't know if the set that I have is 100% good yet. It's also going to depend on what she ascends with, what her passive ascension upgrade is. But I have one flower here, one workable feather here. These are both alright. Crit rate, crit damage, decent bit of energy recharge in there as well. This has... no, that's Neuvillette's. This has a good bit of HP, so if she scales on HP, we should be fine. I also... excuse me, I also have an HP and an attack, so depending on if her skill scales off of HP or attack, then either or should work. The attack one has a lot of defense though, which is unfortunate. But I think this will be relatively okay. I think I could probably get away with using an offset Hydro piece somewhere. If not, if she scales on HP, then this one's going to be really good. And then I'll have to probably make do with some other circlet, because I don't think I have a good one for her. It's gonna suck. Pretty sure she scales on HP, but don't quote me on that. I think she will too, considering that most Hydro characters scale on HP, and I think all of the Fontaine characters so far have scaled on HP in some form. If not, their HP does affect it in some way. Like, I think Risley is just, if you use the Marachase Hunter set with him, it'll increase his damage or not. I'm so excited. I'm so freaking excited. Oh my gosh, it feels so sluggish on my PC. I'm definitely thinking of potentially, like, finally getting an actual, like, big rig PC built for myself. I'll have to see. Hello.
Another test subject. Suffocate.
Okay, hold on. I have not bought stuff on a keyboard in a long time, and my frames are also dying. Game is getting too big for me to be able to run this. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, that was nasty. Oh my god, the mouse aim. Thank you. Alright. If you get a good PC, get a good monitor too. Oh, I'll have to see. I definitely do want to get a better monitor as well. Because I don't actually have like a TV set up in my room for my PlayStation. It's just a spare monitor that we had. But the monitor itself doesn't have any speakers, so I'm having to use the USB connected to an external speaker. That gets read as a headset, and I lose out on a lot of, like, I guess, the controller speaker stuff. Which, when it came to the Spider-Man game, when I was playing that, I got 0 of the controller speaker stuff in there. Which was unfortunate, but I don't think it was that big of a deal. How is kind of the audio balance and everything, by the way, on the stream side of things? I never got a good chance to kind of, like, test everything beforehand. And everything was just pulled over from Twitch, really, just to kind of get it on YouTube over and working. I think the follower overlay as well is from Twitch, so... if things are a little bit scuffed still, just let me know and I'll try to get it fixed, because I am planning to stream for a while. Already been doing it for 20 minutes? Wow. Thank you so much, Mizu, I really appreciate it. Okay, I need to finish up the missions before more time passes, and then after that, I think what I'm gonna do is dump all my resin into the talent domain once more. I'm trying to make the most out of the overflowing mastery right now, so I hopefully don't have to go back to the talent domain again after this week, and then we'll start talking about a lot of the juicy stuff when it comes to that special program. I do have the trailer like just pulled off on the side over here, so we can kind of just scrub through it, and I can talk about a lot of the things that were just going through my mind when I was watching it this morning. Because when I say that my jaw was on the floor watching that thing, I legit mean it. And it was not until the final splash screen for Masquerade of the Guilty showed up that I still couldn't even really process what I was seeing and hearing. It was so insane. Absolutely nuts. Did I actually miss? Oh my goodness. Iron, good to see you, buddy. What's going on?
Wait, hear me.
Welcome to stream. Welcome to everybody here. If you're a lurker or a chatter or not, good to have you. Oop. Ping, please, ping, please. Oh my gosh, my ping. What's going on?
That tingle?
I still haven't unpacked everything I thought in my head watching that. Still, yeah, still on my end. Why am I like... Please don't tell me it's the stream end. I legit can't do anything. Server just kind of died. Hello? Okay. I think we're good. That was just genuinely unfortunate. Alright, let's see if we can do it this time with no hiccups.
Let it rain.
We'll burn him. Every once in a while, I like using a team that isn't super overpowered, just to kind of like actually force me to play the game a little bit. Hello.
Try.
Okay, let's see.
Bet you can't keep up with me. I swear by my sword.
Oh my gosh, I haven't played on a keyboard in a while. This is like actually so weird. It does not feel right. Oh, this is so bad. Okay. Let me check if things are going okay on the stream end of things. I think we're okay. Amber, let it rain, Nuvalet. Okay. Oh no! Oh, I'm so... Dude, that... Okay, I think I'll touch on it once we actually get to the talkback part of the trailer, but Dude, New Villette and what has been going on in that trailer and what it's implying, I'm so excited. I'm so freaking excited. Okay. Whew. Oh, there is so much to unpack. There's so much to talk about. There's so much to think. Because the fact that like they're implying certain things, and this is coming from someone that like doesn't follow the story like too closely. Like I kind of just take everything at face value of what they show us in the Archon quest. And then when it comes to the world quests, I'm not like super attentive just because my brain can't like physically sit there and be attentive to quests that aren't voiced. I just don't like reading. But I do go back and like watch other streamers play it, and you know, they're voice acting through the whole thing, and it makes it easier for me to digest when it's actually kind of like being spoken over. But everything that was just going on with the trailer and everything, like I feel like I don't know the true implications of what truly is at stake with a lot of the things concerning like the Narcissus Crow's order, and then especially Unfinished Comedy. Like I was paying zero attention to that quest until what ended up happening with Caterpillar at the end kind of came up, and I was like, whoa, okay, hold on. So like something actually important happened and I just wasn't paying attention. That's big. I do understand that that's big. Did you notice it rained a little bit more often during 4.1, just in general? In a way, I think I did. Like, obviously not in the city, because the game just isn't programmed to do that, unless it's forcibly scripted by the Archon quest, but I think I did, like, just in general. Okay, was that everything? I did the whatchamacallit, the expeditions. I got my friendship XP by swapping over here. I at least gave it to New Villette. Or you know what, actually, let me stay on that team so I can go waste my resin real quick. I do know that the Narcissus Croits is extremely important. Caterpillar's whole thing as well. Likely, like this again, this is just someone that actually didn't get the full context behind that quest. I just saw what happened with Caterpillar. And then a bit of suspicion is put on Arlecchino as well, with her arms seemingly being like caterpillars as well. We'll have to see. My theory is that Nuvi knew, or at least suspected, this was coming because he's been getting more emotional lately. I think it's also just probably, like, because the entirety of Fontaine is aware of the prophecy, and whether or not he'll be able to do something about it, with or without the Gnosis, with or without getting his sovereignty back. I do think that he is, he obviously is getting a lot more emotional about the fact that seemingly if Farina does nothing, then all of Fontaine will suffer. And judging by that trailer, doesn't seem like things are gonna go well, at least. But again, we'll have to see, because with Nicole being credited in the description of the trailer, as well as, again, I don't know the full stakes of what goes on with the Hexen Circle, but I have a feeling that, like, that's gonna be so important. If we see Nicole, everybody is going to lose their collective of mind, including me. That is just something that I don't know, dude. I'm waiting for the day that we get to see Alice, because for obvious reasons, she's a mage, she's a part of the Hexen Circle, she's Clee's mom. She also seems to be an outlander in her own way, because of the fact that she had the Dodoko, or the Dodocom, which is the first, and I think only so far, means of wireless communication into that. The first actual, like, phone, so she's got some suspicious stuff about her. Now, if anyone in the Hexen Circle is anywhere near that terms of powerful and all-knowing like Alice, we'll have to see with Nicole. I'm really hoping that my pre-farmed artifact set for Marina is strong enough relative to her kit. And I'm glad that I also went in and got the Golden Truth, because I was planning not to. Because when I saw that her primary means as a team member is off-field support, that ultimately just made me so relieved.
Revamp! Illusion shattered! I see everything!
Hexen Circle is a massive mystery, and I wonder how long they plan to leave it that way, TBH. I feel like because of them already having Nicole at the very least present here in the Archon quest, they're probably gonna at least start sprinkling them in more. Because I'm not sure how prevalent the Hexen Circle was prior to Windbloom. Because we knew about Rhine-Daughter, we knew about Alice. I'm not sure if we knew if they were part of, like, the same organization. Because the Hexen Circle... I do know that people knew about the Hexen Circle prior to Windbloom, but I didn't. I don't know, it's just very strange, but I'm excited to kind of see and hear what they have in store for us.
Make yourselves at home! There is no escape! Allow me!
Bow your head.
There's a website you can go in to calculate artifact damage and stuff. I do know a lot about like all of those extra sort of tool things to help out with Genshin calculating a lot of things like that, but I prefer to kind of keep everything on the client end for myself. That's what I ended up doing for Hu Tao, I think, when I was pre-farming for a lot of her stuff, super long ago at this point. And I did the math slightly wrong, but it ultimately ended up being like the same thing. So hopefully when it comes to Furina, things will go well. Nahida has nothing on, right, because of Kale. Oh my gosh, well, I guess it's fine that Kale is just kind of an off-field kind of... Or I guess it's alright that Nahida's an off-field character. For the most part. I wanted to actually double check. Clear this. Increases by another 25% when not on the field. Wait. Oh my god, that's like 75% elemental skill damage increase. Wow. Hu Tao is such a frustrating character for me because we haven't skipped her for the other banners. I got extremely lucky that she was being rerun during the Liyue stuff last patch cycle during Sumeru at a down point when I wasn't really thinking of getting anyone else upcoming like Sino and Alhaitham, I'm pretty sure. So that's why I went ahead and caved to get her, not only get her, but triple crown her day one. Is it raining? That was Nahida's voice line for rain. Oh, well, speak of the devil. Okay. Well, with that all out of the way, I don't know if I have anything else that's pressing in terms of stuff I need to do today. It is upsetting me a little bit that every new character that has come up so far has had a new boss drop needed for them instead of us being able to pre-farm beforehand. I don't know if that's been that way for a lot of the characters in the previous patch cycles. I feel like there's always been like something that you can pre-farm beforehand in terms of the world bosses. What was it like in Sumeru? I think pretty much everyone in Sumeru, close to everyone in
Clear
Sumeru
skies
anyway,
can do nothing.
was using the Terrace Room, if I'm not mistaken. Which, obviously, Tainari and Kale suffered a little bit because they launched alongside it, but... What was it? The the one prism guy in the desert. I keep on forgetting his name. I keep on forgetting his actual name. I know that like someone came up with a nice little kind of thing for it. Asmon. No, it literally is Asmon. A-S-M-O-N. Asmon. Asmongold. Yo, it's Asmongold! But yeah, I don't think I would needed to like bother with this guy much until Dia came out, because I think he came in. I think Asmon came in on in 3.1 when the first desert cycle came through. I don't know. It's just a little upsetting because like I have the arc stuff from Campelia and Campelia's pre-farmed just in case someone needs it. And no one has needed it up to this point. I think 46 or 48 is the exact amount for someone, and I have it here. I was presuming it was going to be for Farina, maybe like just as if, but they're adding another Hydro boss. And now I'm not sure if anyone is going to need it at this point, because Clorand is likely going to need the Seahorse one. See, where is it? Yeah, she's likely going to need the Seahorse one. Farina's getting her own over there. Navia is likely going to need the one from this guy that's close by over here. It's so weird. The flowers are such a big issue too. Yeah, and I think I'm also going to probably... I'm in Rin Taicho's Discord server as well. You can go follow her over on Twitter or her YouTube channel as well, another Genshin content creator. I'm in her Discord. I might also just kind of go in and ask on the co-op chat if anyone is crazy enough to not pull for Farina, and if I could just go in and take their feathers. Not feathers, the flowers. I also asked a close friend of mine if he could just kind of update his game and let it run one afternoon so I can go do it. Mikey? Oh my god, wait! Hello, good to see you. What's going on? Just doing a little bit of streaming. I haven't talked about anything kind of pressing for the 4.2 stuff yet. I am kind of dragging it out a little bit, seeing if anyone shows up. But I think I'll probably do it here in a minute, because I don't have much else that I think I need to do. There's the Abyss, but I don't want to do the Abyss. I really don't. Like 2 or 3 extra wishes is not worth the pain that it causes me. I got a couple of friends I asked for that.
If you're not sure what to do now.
But a lot of the people that I am friends with or mutuals with over Twitter, they don't play Genshin. So I don't have that easy access to things like that, which if we're only going to have like 50-ish, I guess that's technically fine, because that means I only need to wait probably maximum 2, maybe 3 grow cycles if I'm able to find all of them. But that's the thing, if not all of them are easy to find, then that's one thing. Because I know that the starfish for Nuvalet, definitely not all of them were easily available the first day the patch went up. At work and on break, so I thought I'd peek in. Welcome, welcome, glad to have you just for a little bit. The stream will be VODed and archived afterwards, I'm pretty sure anyway, on the channel, so anything that you missed, you can go back and watch if you choose to. So thank you for stopping by. Really glad to see you in chat, both of you. And Iron, if you're still here as well, I appreciate you sticking around. Just being a nerd over here at the moment. A lot of my friends and mutuals are also Farina wanters. I think pretty much everyone in the Genshin community is a Farina wanter right now. Just because she, number one, she's an Archon, so that immediately makes her enticing to pull. And number two, just the entire, like, sort of vibe of, like, girl failure that she gives off and just being a brat. I think that is hilarious. And, you know, it was partially the fact that, like, when 4.0 launched and we saw her in the Archon quest, I hated her, and I believe that was part of the point of the story writing and what they wanted to do with her. But even then, I still said, I'm pulling for her. She's the Archon, I'm getting her regardless. I do not care. Oh man, and she's gonna be my 3rd Archon added to my account, and I am missing probably 2 of the most important ones for Archons anyway, both Venti and Zhongli. Zhongli just being a guy that is contractually obligated to not say anything from his contract with the Syriza, and Venti is just kind of just straight up being an asshole. Like, he's not saying a word, and I think he is going to be one of the most important characters when it comes to late game Genshin, because both he and Zhongli are they're still like the first sovereign archons from when the Archon War went down. Everyone else is newer. They are a replacement or a reincarnation. So like, they're important, but I think as far as Archons go, they're also not super enticing for me to pull in terms of gameplay. Like, Zhongli, I understand he makes things extremely easy, and Venti is a great crowd control character, but I think Kazuya gets him beat just because he provides, I think, an elemental damage bonus for the element that he absorbs in his burst as well. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that because I don't have him either. But that is my understanding. But I think now that we've been here for quite a while anyway, let me just go ahead and get everything like on video and on cam and everything, because I want to finally move over to looking at the whoops. That's not it. Let me see. Here, let me just go back to the game real quick. I'm fumbling around with a lot of my scenes here. This is rough, but here, let me just go ahead and mute this one. Here. So we'll leave that there. And let's quickly cover some of the stuff going on in this trailer. Because holy moly. Just before Fontaine, I assume Freedom would be really strict and really smile, kind of like the Shogun puppet, just because she's a Justice Archon. I think a lot of us assumed that as well, but it was such a nice expectation subversion with getting her to be, I think, quite literally just a girl failure, girl boss, girl failure, because that made her hateable / lovable / just way more interesting. And I think kind of losing the archetype of Archons that we've seen so far is definitely helping to push to make some of the stuff a lot more interesting in terms of the overall character development. Which, by the way, I think I'll talk about it more afterwards, but when it comes to the Pyro Archon, I have some things that I at least kind of want to get off my chest in terms of what I'm thinking and what I'm theorizing in my head. Just because we have not seen anything in regards to Natlan so far. Like, we know more about Snezhnaya and Conria compared to Natlan, which is, it blows my mind, and they better like at least have something said when it comes to Natlan at the end of this Archon quest. But let's really quickly just go through this trailer, talk about some of the things that I'm thinking about. I am not like I'm not a super theorizer. I don't think things through all that much. I'm not a super lore enthusiast where I like dig super into everything and like fully understand and can like just kind of guess what's coming up. I literally just take everything as it is in the moment. But let's cover this really quick. So first off, the opening line in this trailer, I don't even.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique de l'Analyse Cardinale, the Hydro Archon to be punished via the death sentence.
What? Literally, what? And I haven't seen many of the reaction videos from other content creators yet, but I really want to see those because that is such a cold opening line. And I do not think that they have the gall to fully kill off someone in Genshin yet. They might. If Furina's the first, I will lose my mind. And yes, just as you say, Nubilet sounds as confused as everyone else. It's so weird because it's like, because now that like things are kind of going crazy with the prophecy like finally coming to fruition, seemingly, the Oratrice is going against a lot of what like Neuvillette says in court now, allegedly anyway, because we've only had the first one with a child and now this one seemingly.
To the judgment
But
of the Oratrice Mécanique de Nalise
it really makes you think, and
Hydro Archon.
for what it's worth, I think this is a trailer-specific shot. I think this could be a trailer-specific shot. Unless they're going all in on a lot more pre-rendered cutscenes, because they are kind of doing that, admittedly. In the Archon Quest, they're doing a lot more pre-rendered cutscenes, but I feel like it's probably a 50-50 if this is like just a trailer-only thing. They're finally taking the story seriously, other than killing off minor villain characters about time. I mean, they've been taking the story kind of seriously the whole time. A lot of the world building and side stuff, it has been there. It's just been hard to find, and now it's coming to the forefront, which makes me all the more excited. Like, I could probably just say the words before Sun and Moon, and depending on how you react or any other people act, that means a lot more to certain people than others. Or the Bishops, or the Primordial one, or Thanos, or Phanis, how do you pronounce his name? I don't know. But there's that. They're gonna kill Charlotte off screen. This trailer's a distraction. Bro, no! Why are you spoiling? Oh, they can't kill Charlotte. They can't kill Charlotte. They won't. Charlotte's too adorable. But let's take a look at this. I think Aranias Forest is gonna be probably my new favorite place to explore, just because it looks so different. Let me see. If that can true, I'll listen to mine. They won't kill Charlotte. Charlotte has like little to no bearing on the actual plot of anything in Genshin. Farina, though, we got things going there. And let me just turn this up. What is going on with the subtitles? Why are they so tiny? Let me just, I guess, up their size a little bit. That's good enough. Here, let's see.
To the water didn't have a chance to escape. As the water levels rose,
I don't know who's talking here. I think it's Navia. Actually, it might be Navia.
Shouldn't gods be all powerful?
Some of the NPCs.
What's done is done. Just trust
And then Farina's first gameplay showcase.
Never mind whether you can.
I had no idea what to expect when I first saw her stuff going on here. Sword user, so that immediately made me relieved to see, because I can use either the Black Sword or the Wolf Fang with her. And I think the Wolf Fang is going to be perfect, quite literally perfect for her. Because it has elemental skill stuff passive. Her theme is so good. Dude, I know! The music for both Farina and Charlotte was so good, and I was so into it during the stream. And I think Charlotte's theme is my personal favorite, honestly. Like, her music theme is so perfect. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And the fact that she's like pretty much, the fact that she's like just kind of a cryo Farina, that's also so good. Your Archon, like clearing up any doubts, it's so good. Okay, maybe I'll pull up the special program to have some of like the gameplay stuff for them going on in the background, but I'm just so happy with that, the fact that Charlotte is both a cryo DPS support, or like an off-field reaction support with cryo, and also a healer. I did not expect her to be a healer, but I'm here for it. And this scene, they're not gonna kill Navia. Ain't no way they kill Navia. No way they kill Navia.
There's something ominous about it.
Primordial water back there. Going back a couple frames, yep. Primordial water. Navia seems to be totally cool. Not totally cool, but like unfazed by the fact that she's falling towards the Primordial Sea and likely will get dissolved. Just me. But also Mona. Why is Mona here? Why is Mona talking? Why is she in Fontaine?
Avoid getting too close to any water that looks strange all the same.
Why is Mona here? I'm so confused.
The water, I mean.
I am so confused on why Mona is actually here. Because, you know, a lot of us obviously were kind of thinking, like, at least for the first act with all the courtroom stuff going on, like, oh yeah, they're totally gonna have Yanfei cameo. She's a Dude, it's so weird to me. Why is Mona here? But I don't know. We'll figure that out obviously when things come to. But let's keep going.
Prophecy. Yes. What has been prophesied
This
will be fulfilled. I, Marina.
sorry about that. But what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. So who's talking here? I honestly don't know. I could look at the description,
What has been
but I like leaving it up to
prophesied will be
interpretation at the
fulfilled.
moment.
Marina, we'll use this trial to show the world the true meaning
Do not
of
resist.
justice.
This judgment is fair.
Just the overlaying
It is the meaning you would
commentary, all of the voice lines. What is going on?
No more excuses.
So much confusion.
So long. Why did you?
And something to take note as well is they're getting better at the trailers and deceiving us because they interlock a lot of also the story quest dialogue and visuals too. So we really won't know how much of the trailer that we're looking at is raw Archon quest, how much of it maybe is also the Ordo quest in Narcissan Croix, because there's these underground ruins tell me more about the Narcissan Croix. This as well, is that part of the Archon quest? This obviously is. I would probably say that is.
The trial of the Hydro Archon.
Oh my god. Oh my god, what's going on here? Hold up.
Applaud and rejoice.
Karina?
This isn't right.
What is going on with another show? Why would we be there? I have a feeling probably this is getting pulled from her story quest. Maybe. Dude, and the Doomsday Clock. Oh my gosh, the Doomsday Clock fell. So, again, I didn't pay too much attention to the world quests where this was important. I just know that this is a Doomsday Clock. And before 4.2, it is, it was pretty close to 0. So, we have that going. Neuvillette clearly distressed. And I wonder what's going on with that. I really do.
Seem to remember.
I have no clue what this is. I literally have no clue what this is. But is that something from also from the Narcissan Croix? That's gonna be so cool. Farina as well. No way they kill her, right? Ain't no way they kill her. Also FNAF reference. I'm sorry. Let's finish up here.
Behind this position.
The Primordial Whale, Child's Affinity little buddy over here. Probably. Dude, literally shattering through reality. What is going on? Dude, and Neuvillette, dude, Neuvillette is, I swear, he's going to get his sovereignty back. If they do kill Farina, he's getting his full sovereignty back. That's, to me, this is the only explanation for that. If it doesn't, then I have no idea. The whale might be abyssal in origin. I think Primordial is older than Abyssal. And you know what? It's also entirely possible they could be one and the same. You know, because Primordial, the Primordial one, Thanos, again, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but the first who came, he's not from Teyvat. So technically, could be Abyssal, being otherworldly. Also, a lot of interesting things to think about, and that's why I'm here. That's why I love this game and this storytelling. It's so good. There it is. Dude, and Child is in his foul legacy. He comes out of the Primordial Sea Foul Legacy set up and ready. What is he doing? We have no idea. Also, something that I kind of want to point out here, because I don't think anyone's pointed it out, literally breaking through the fabrics of reality, pretty much. Like, this is a shattering of the dimensional plane, and there was a similar sort of visualization in Nubilet's trailer as well, in the final shots of it. This is so cool, and I seriously wonder what is going to be going down here. So there's Child. Physical crying, potentially, maybe? Because Nubilet hasn't actually physically cried yet. But maybe, or that could just be him charging something up. That could just be him charging up an attack. Or some sort of power. There's a lot of stuff to digest here. Was Child's hair always, like, pigmented towards the tips in his Foul Legacy? I never paid too much attention to it. Because obviously he's a ginger, but is it supposed to be pigmented a little bit on the tips? Oh, he's also got a good bit of, like, battle damage on his armor. What's going on there? Delusion activated as well. That's sick. Because he does not have his vision. He doesn't have his vision! Oh my god. Wait. So what's gonna happen with his vision? Are they gonna kill Child? Yo, wait! That genuine theory. He's getting aged up because he doesn't have his vision and he's using his delusion. The hair was always tipped in Foul Legacy? Okay, then maybe that debunks my little theory. But still, using a delusion, even with the Foul Legacy, using a delusion without his vision could be detrimental in some form. And considering how long he's been without it, we'll have to see.
You are a devious one, Fusaloa.
Oh, that was Nuvilet saying that. What is going on?
You are a devious one, Fusaloa.
Everyone's dead. Papa, what should I do? The prophecy that you've been fretting over should now be in full swing.
So, obviously, I think pretty much everyone has been jaw-dropped on the floor just at this point. I didn't make the connection instantly, but it took me a second. But I guarantee you, anyone who looked at the next frame alongside me, granted another minute or so later, lost their mind. Skirk! Oh my gosh, Skirk! And this is just a little bit of a quirk with me as a person. I really, like, just don't like when people kind of make direct comparisons or direct sort of connections between similar games or similar styles of things. But even I have to admit here, she is, like, totally just ripped from the Honkai franchise. Like, I don't play Honkai. I dropped Star Rail, like, after a month max, maybe. But she is so Honkai coded, it's not even funny. But I don't care. Skirk is here, and I'm saying on stream right now, I'm saying right here on stream, I am going to be pulling for her day one. I don't care who is around her. I don't care if she gets dripped over the weekend to be upcoming. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I really don't. She cannot be coming up next. There's no way they do that. But if they do, I will. I can't, dude. But Skirk is here, and the thing is, I didn't even know about Skirk until Murder of Birds. Arnold kind of like brought it to my attention on his YouTube side of things when he read up on Child's lore. So that entire whole thing with Child, like, just went over my head because I don't have him. I don't have Child. I've never bothered to pull for him, so I could never read up on his lore and figure out who Skirk was. But now that she's here, I am totally on board with everything going on here. I might pull for her, not sure. I'm totally doing it. She just has a character design that I instantly fall in love with. She is great. But there's Skirk. And then she gets a line here.
I suppose this would also be the justice that belongs to you. All will eventually end in a magnificent and dramatic trial.
Dude, look at this! Look at this! The entirety of the court of Fontaine flooded. Right?
This would also be the justice that belongs to you. All will eventually end in a magnificent...
The opera Epicles flooded. What am I looking at here? There's no way this is in-game. This can't be in-game. Ain't no way. Right? This has to be just like a pre-rendered thing for the sake of cutscenes. They made the Hydro Nation real. Yo, it's the Hydro Nation. But dude, everything is flooded. And what is Farina doing?
and dramatic trial.
Just dancing on stage, doing her thing.
I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
And no way they kill Nuvillette, right? If that is Skirk talking, hope you've enjoyed the part you've played these past 500 years. No way they're killing him, right? A lot of us are saying no way they kill X character because we can't see it happening. They haven't done that yet. But when they do, and I am like actually kind of confident they will kill someone. Child, Farina, Nuvillette, Navia, a lot of heads are up on the chopping block right now. It's just who they decide to drop the guillotine on this time. I say this time, but it's going to be their first time. It's wild because imagine the implications of that flooding all of Teyvat. I think because of the nature of Fontaine already being elevated above the Teyvat Sea, it could still possibly only be flooding Fontaine. Possibly. But there are like definite implications for the full world of Teyvat. It's so weird. It's so weird. There's a lot of stuff here. And then the splash screen. Masquerade of the Guilty. I was so just jaw on the floor watching this. Because, like, how do you process... Like, we spent probably, like, 20 minutes, maybe? 15, 20 minutes scrubbing through this thing. How are you supposed to process 3 minutes of this just kind of going by all at once? Especially when the cold open is this.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique de l'Analyse Cardinale, the Hydro are come to be punished via the death sentence.
After I finish streaming this, I like actually need to go check all of the reactions over on Twitch, on YouTube, and everything, because that was a statement, and that's what makes me like 100% believe they're killing someone, if not them just telling us straight up that yeah, Farina's dead. Like, don't worry, she's dead. Oh my gosh, that was a lot. For just a simple trailer, that was a lot. But now, I just kind of want to take I just want to take a sidestep over to the special program where we can take a closer look at both Farina and Charlotte as characters and as units, because all the story stuff aside, all like the just heavy stakes aside, because it's entirely possible, yes, that that Fontaine could just be dead, right? I don't know how they would like leave the nation for exploration if anyone is coming in afterwards, or if they haven't 100%ed areas yet. But I do see like full repercussions of her actions or lack thereof sticking. I do. But when it comes to combat, I'm also like just thoroughly excited. It's so cool to finally see the next Archon coming in, as well as Charlotte, who I've been excited for since 3.7. It's been 4 full patch cycles, I think. 4 full patches. These idols are so cute, by the way. Oh my gosh, she gives like Yao Yao and oh my god, who's the other one? Amber, like just playing. Oh, it's so cute. She really is just kind of out of her element. She's not fit to be an Archon, really. But oh my goodness. Elemental skill dependent on whether she's Numa aligned or Usia aligned. And just off-field hydro damage. That's great. I think that's fantastic. All Archons have been such good off-field supports for their element. And I like that because I like that because it keeps things like predictable for it keeps things predictable for what their roles are going to typically be, which I wonder how they're going to end up doing the Saritsa, because you know she's an Archon, you know she's going to end up being playable. What they're going to do with her, if maybe they'll break that and maybe make her just a busted, like, just super powerful DPS, but we'll have to see. And the fact that she can switch, like, I think a lot of us also called the fact that she would be able to switch arc alignments as well. But it's just so cool to, like, finally see this implemented in the game. Xingqiu's staring at the calendar, realize it's about to be 5 days till he's replaced. I think he was replaced back in 2.7 with Yelan. That was my personal take. I never bothered to use Xingqiu. I pulled for Yelan day 1. It took me a little bit to get her, but I got her day 1. I also got her weapon right before her banner passed, and I got her C1 on her last rerun. So I'm like fully set on Yelan being my Hydro DPS, my Hydro support DPS. But if Farina can also like just be a decent one on her own, that is dependent on skill, I'm gonna be totally happy as well. Like, because then I'll be able to like just have a bit of choice in that regard. Because like Yelan is definitely just a character that I will throw on any team if I just want extra support DPS from someone. It's 9 times out of 10 going to be Yelan, if not both her and A at the same time. But being able to kind of like switch things up with Farina, also doing the same thing, I'm going to be totally happy with that as well. You know what I want to do real quick? Pardon me if this shows up on stream, but I think I'm going to go ahead and just quietly in the background. Let's see. Get some music going, so it's not just perfectly silent with me here. It should pop up in a second, but let's go ahead and keep going. Her burst as well. Yeah. I don't know if it applies Hydro at all. If it's only like just kind of a status thing. But I think it'll definitely be fun to hopefully kind of see come together, because it is dependent, or the fanfare stacks do provide both a healing bonus as well as overall damage bonus for the active character, which I think is going to be so good. It's going to be so good just in general. It depends on the actual damage bonus that we get from her, but I hope it's a lot. I hope it is a good solid amount. I'm so excited for Farina, but I think I definitely am just more excited for Charlotte. I think it's because I've just been waiting for her for much longer, and seeing her finally realized in game and what her role is going to be has me all the more excited. And totally called, by the way, that she is the 4-star cryo catalyst following Risley. It's great. I think it's so cool. Farina's Hydro application will be a little weak. I think it will be. It's definitely not going to be as active as someone like Yelan, but I'll certainly be happy with it in general. Charlotte, I think I'm struggling to like figure out where I'm going to put her in a team if I want to stick her on like a strictly support DPS role, or leave her in the healer position and she can also just apply cryo. It's very weird. I'll have to see how big her damage can get and if she scales off of HP in any way. If she scales on HP for the healing, especially if she scales on HP for damage, that's gonna suck. Because I want to use her, I want to use Blizzard Strayer with her. And F it, I'll probably end up doing like a DPS Charlotte some way, somehow. I'll make it work, hopefully. But I'm just so scared about like the artifacts and what's going to help out or not. But the way that her flourishes work and everything, I am so here for it. Charlotte is someone that I've been waiting for so long. Let me see. Come on. Yeah, that works. Okay. There's something kind of quiet in the background. Let's go back to Charlotte here. I noticed that, at least according to the voiceover descriptions of her, the capture for her skill only applies to the enemies that are within the actual snap itself, and it's not like Nikita, where as long as they're tagged, they'll get the status applied to them. Which does suck in a little bit of a way, but I honestly just don't mind. I honestly don't mind forcing all the enemies to stay in front of me when this happens. Because playing on controller, where I can't just kind of whip my mouse around with Nikita on PC, I think I've kind of already somewhat gotten used to that. It's just something to take note of, the fact that Charlotte's status application is only within the field of view of the camera itself. I could see Charlotte being a good stand-in for Ganyu for people who don't have her, so she has a similar AoE burst. Probably, you know? Obviously, Charlotte probably is going to lack a lot of the actual just DPS that Ganyu can provide. I think my Ganyu's charge attacks for both the arrow and the frost flake afterward, I think she can get up to probably 35, 40k, I think. But I do think the burst itself is so cool. It's just a huge paparazzi thing that is just more fun than anything. I don't think it's going to deal a lot of damage, as much as it's going to be a healing field. As you can see in there, I think this is her only method of healing. Big damage. Yeah, so my Ganyu does deal quite a lot. The numbers in my head probably are with Shenhe boosts as well. So probably scale that down a little bit just for if Shenhe is not a part of the equation. But still strong overall. Super strong. My Ganyu, actually, I think if her crit passives are activated and she has the Simulacra, which I give her every time, I think her effective crit ratio is 60 something 300, which is sick. Also, huge relief when I saw this banner, because I was so scared that they were going to put Charlotte on the phase 2, but they're doing your boy a solid. They're putting Charlotte on Farina's, and all of my Primo gems, every single last one, all of my Star Glitter, all of my Star Dust, all of my Primos, all of my Genesis Crystals, honestly, are going to go to this banner. And it is going to be to get Herd C6, and bless me, please, begging, not begging, just at least give me C0, but C1 Farina as well. I'll be totally happy with that. I'm lazy with artifacts, so my teams are most just, I don't know, man, I just work characters most of the time. The artifacts do suck, and I think my account has been extremely lucky with the fact that I haven't had to do too much with artifacts in general. Aside from arguably the character that I wanted to have the best possible stuff, and I just haven't gotten it yet, with A and her emblem set, her ratio is just kind of awful right now. I think it's 43-147. So, not the best for someone that is supposed to, number one, be an off-field support, as well as just having a burst that is supposed to deal a ton of damage. If she can't crit, it's not worth it. So, there's her weapon. Could go for it, maybe. I don't know, because I also have the Wolf Fang that I can give to Farina. Maybe before her banner goes, I'll give it a shot. But we'll have to see, because I think I'm 40 pity deep on the weapon banner. So we'll have to see. But that is so cool. And yes, the world boss as well. The world boss, I don't know if I'm just kind of out of the loop on something here, but the phase 2 that it yanks us to over here, I did see from Murder Bird's side that he like was just so surprised by what happened here. And granted, the set piece is nuts, but I don't know what I'm looking at in here. Oh man. Best damage dealer is Yai with 14k on a crit burst. For each lightning bolt? I could probably test my Yai real quick and just show off what that does. Because for all of the time that I don't spend artifact farming, I do think a lot of my characters actually do pretty decent for the most part. This set piece is going to be sick. Visitor from the far side of the Sea of Stars. Yeah, that's the Primordial Sea. All-devouring narwhal. Ah, yes, and then the redemption codes. I need to do that. When I swap back to Genshin, I'll probably just do that off on my side window over here. And the new areas, Arania's Forest, as well as, what is this? What is that? Let me see. Lake, Light, and Foggy Forest, the Terrestrial Sea, and Fathomless Tower. I only know of Arania's Forest, but this entire area as well, just off to the east of Fontaine, is going to be sick, I think, as well. Mostly ocean, but we'll have to see. Definitely some Narcissan Croits under the water as well. That's going to be crazy. That's going to be stupid. That's going to be nuts. That's going to be crazy. Oh my gosh. Dude, this patch, 4.2, like 4.2, I put it on Twitter, but I think 4.2 is finally the tipping point for the storytelling of Genshin to finally get dark and to get real and to get crazy. Because things have been like relatively tame, and then things started kind of getting up there with Sumeru, just like, oh, literally, the entire academia is conspiring against its own Archon just because they can't let go, they can't move on from the fact that their previous Archon passed, right? And now we're getting Nation getting destroyed, Archon getting killed, Dragon Sovereign taking back his power. Like, there's so much that this, that Fontaine is leading us up to, and I don't know what to think. It's crazy, and I'm so excited for it. I absolutely love it. I'm here for it. It's gonna be great. All the events, also a free Fremine, if you will. I don't have him, so this is gonna be my chance to get him for free. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with him, because he's also like a physical DPS type of character. Obviously, that probably just means that I'll give him my Eula set. But we'll have to see. And what else we got in here? The new Fontaine Aberrants, Pokemon event with the fungi again, the camera, Misty Dungeon as well, and Leyline Overflow. This patch is so jam-packed with ignoring the actual events, the world quests, the world boss, the weekly boss, the new characters, and the Archon quest and the story quest. Like, I don't freaking know. And this entire update is gonna be so... It's gonna be so nuts. Mondstadt quest feels like such a long time ago, just typical Slay the Dragon quest. It really was. They started off super simple, they started off safe. But believe it or not, even back then, they had the groundwork for everything that they're talking about, you know, post Mondstadt, post Liyue, post Inazuma even. Like the Tufa Tui, next to the central teleport waypoint in Mondstadt, they were talking about the Sumeru Academia. Lisa's backstory talks about the Academia because she was a graduate from it. And I don't know if in year one players saw anything in terms of Fontaine characters coming in. I know that they did in Inazuma, so that was kind of the first taste of just a Fontaine NPC, because that's another thing on the Natlan side of things. we haven't seen any Natlon NPCs anywhere. So, further adding to the point that we know nothing about Natlon at all. And we desperately need something for Natlon. Mona writes for the Steambird, if that counts. Yep, that's another thing. She does have a column in the Steambird. And definitely... No, yeah, because we saw that in the TCG... in the TCG event 3.7. Charlotte does know Mona. So... And again, this just further adds to the point. Like, we know Natlon, we know Fontaine, we knew Sumeru. Inazuma was kind of locked out, but that obviously made sense story-wise. Snezhnaya, obviously, with Child, and then some of the Snezhnayan NPCs kind of coming in around Twitter. Not Twitter, what am I saying? Liyue? Why did I say Twitter? And Conria with Dainsleif as well. But there's nothing for Natlon anywhere. That literally just blows my mind. I'm sorry that I'm like getting hung up on Natlon, but like, where's anything for that region, right? Friend says Mona's Fontania, but I'm too lazy to check that fact. I can do it probably real quick, just scrolling through her character lore, possibly. I feel like she might be, because I know that she came to Mondstadt from somewhere else. She's associated with Mondstadt, but I don't think she's from Mondstadt, if that makes sense. So I'll have to double check that really quick. I don't know. A lot of cool stuff to think about and look forward to. So let's go ahead and swap back over to the game. I'll pause this. I'll have this kind of chilling. And why is the camera so high? There we go. Let me put the audio back up. And just off to the side here, have a little one-on-one time, little face-to-face time with A really quick, while I just go ahead and do my redemptions really quick. Let me see. Genshin Impact. Let me just go to the main page and do it over there. But yeah, there's so much stuff going on.
Inactivity serves no purpose
I don't know what to think.
Welcome to Palais Mermonia.
It's absolutely insane. Okay, so I'll go to the official site. Let me go over to the Discord that I have over here and get my codes. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, here it is. Hold on. My laptop is going so slow because it's trying to run like 5 different things. I definitely can't do this like too often. This sucks, but I'm making do with what I can right now.
Welcome to Palais Mermonia.
Ugh, this is taking too long. Okay, I'm just gonna not do that. Can I think I can do it from in-game, actually. Hold on. Let me see, can I do it from in-game? Let me see. Let me copy. Yeah, my computer is dying over here. Let's see. Other? Yeah, here it is. Okay. So there's your first one. And then here is the second. And then here is the third. Beautiful. Okay. I'll get those later. Let's see. Gonna head out now because friends of mine are VCing and want to join the next stream. No, of course, Mizu. Thank you for sticking around all the way through. I think I'm actually gonna get ready to kind of wrap up here in a minute or two, because that's really all that I wanted to kind of cover for the VOD and just kind of get a lot of my thoughts up on my channel. I know that it's been a while since I've uploaded anything on Genshin on my channel. Life just got way too chaotic for me. and I haven't been able to post anything in terms of a video format,
world
but
remains
hopefully
constant
I
over
can
the
do that
century.
a little bit more often. I'm not gonna give any guarantees, but we'll see how that goes. And dude, holy crap, I'm definitely gonna be like making a video on my like minute 1 second 1 experience with 4.2 when that comes through. I'm so excited for that. I can't wait to make a video on that. It's literally next week. I cannot wait. I'm gonna get Farina, I'm gonna get Charlotte, I'm gonna fit them both out. All of my Catalyst characters are like eaten so good because I have probably the best selection of weapons that they could use. Any sort of healer could use the Moon Glow. I have 2 Sacred Winds here, both Refinement 2. I have a Skyward Atlas, the Solar Pearl, the Wid Sith prototype is just a cheaper kind of Everlasting Moonglow kind of a little bit. Things are great. I love this. This is great. I'm so excited. And Farina, on her side of things, you know, I have my artifact set for her. Her weapon is going to be the Wolf Fang, probably, if I don't bother to get her signature weapon. And then, of course, just kind of the Archon quests and the other world quests and things. I'll be doing those on my own time and making separate videos for those if I can. Dude, I am so, like... I'm blown away with the 4.2 trailer. That was so good. That was so sick. I loved it.
Welcome to Palais,
Blew my mind, and I'm excited to go like check out a lot of other people's reactions to the entire thing as well. That was fantastic. Oh man, but like I said here, I'll go ahead and quickly wrap things up.
Like this tomorrow as well.
Yes, you go, Liath, or Liath, however you pronounce her name. But like I said, just another minute or so ago, I'll go ahead and wrap things up here for today. So for those of you guys on the stream, or for those of you guys catching the VOD here at the end, thank you guys so much for sticking around and watching all the way through to the end. If you did enjoy, please be sure to drop a like, and if you think that you're going to want to stick around for just a lot of the Genshin stuff that I want to share, as well as just some other games that I do have a lot of interest in and want to share my experiences on those, be sure to hit subscribe as well. I am always going to be here. I'm going to be around if I ever feel the need to drop the YouTube side of things, because it is very much a side thing right now, then I will make a video talking about that. But I don't have plans to stop anytime soon. But I will definitely see you guys around. Once again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in my next video or stream, whatever that ends up happening to be. So, peace out, everybody.